Have you ever wondered why you get overwhelmed so easily? Why the world feels so loud, bright, smelly, intense? There might not be anything wrong with you. For most of my life, I truly thought I was just a pain in the ass weirdo who couldn't handle things. And it turns out I'm a highly sensitive person, and you might be too. So, a highly sensitive person, I will also refer to this as being NHSP. It's a temperament or a trait, so it's not a disorder. About 15 to 20% of the population are wired this way. It's about how deeply we process. It's not a weakness. HSPs tend to take in more information in their environment than non-HSPs. We notice subtleties. We notice sounds. Like you might notice the kitchen sink dripping and no one else notices it, and it starts to wear on you. You notice moods. If you walk in a room and someone has just had a fight, you will feel that. You notice changes. You notice things that other people might not. Our nervous systems are constantly processing things at a very deep level. So when we walk in a room, we take in the temperature, the mood, the actual temperature. We're affected by temperature changes. We notice it all. And it's very draining for our nervous systems, especially in this world where we're on screens constantly. We have things coming at us left, right, and center. So it's definitely not about being emotionally sensitive all the time. It's more about the depth of processing. So some common signs of being a highly sensitive person. You are easily overwhelmed in crowds, under bright lights, where there's noises you can't control. Say you have an office where there's construction across the street and you're hearing beeping all day long. That is going to wear you down. Where someone else might hear it, but then be able to ignore it. Same with smells. Say your coworker wears a really strong perfume. Most people would smell that smell and then be able to ignore it. But you're going to keep smelling it all day long, and it's going to bother you and affect you. Sometimes even smells that I like will bother me because they are just so intense. So along that same vein, you're going to have strong emotional reactions to things. For example, I saw the Northern Lights for the first time. I got chills head to toe and I cried. I will cry if someone else is crying. I mean, you're going to feel things, the good, the bad, the ugly. You're going to feel it all, and you're going to feel it all intensely. You are probably affected by the weather, the seasons, the environment. The year goes by from, winter to spring to summer to fall. You are clocking all those changes. You're clocking the changes in the light each day. Like nothing gets by you. And it's kind of I like to think of it as a superpower. We're not special unicorns, but maybe we are. I'm just kidding. It's just how I make myself feel better about it. So you're deeply impacted by criticism or conflict. You just don't like that. You have strong empathy. So you're going to feel what other people feel. And that can be where it's very difficult for me to be around people because I am constantly picking that up. And I have some tools and tricks for you that I'm going to share. So don't despair. It's not all lost, but we do have to really be conscientious of taking care of ourselves as highly sensitive people. So you might really love beauty, nature, art, music, might just really move your soul. You probably get exhausted by constant screens and input, interruptions, things like that. I doubt you have any notifications binging on your phone every day because that would make you crazy. A lot of us learn to just white knuckle through this life. We're not supported, we don't understand. And what I really want to share is that when we start to honor who we are and we honor our sensitivities, it gets easier when we work with ourselves versus against it. It's kind of like, did you ever hear when you were young, especially if you're female, that if I have curly hair. So if you have straight hair and you try to curl your hair every day, it's going to damage your hair. If I have curly hair and I try to straighten my hair every day, it's going to damage my hair. So they always say, just work with what you've got. If you have curly hair, work with the curls. If you have straight hair, work with that. It's the same idea because we're going to wear ourselves out trying to be non-HSPs because that's just not who we are. Many of us grow up feeling like a pain in the ass. I absolutely grew up feeling like a pain in the ass. I heard, "You're too sensitive. Don't take things so seriously. It's just a joke. Why can't you let it go?" I mean, one of the most painful experiences, right, is being talked down to when you are a sensitive person. We don't want to be this sensitive. I mean, it is a beautiful thing and I wouldn't change it, but it's very taxing and it's hard. So when someone tells you, "Oh, you're just being too sensitive," these days I say, well, maybe you aren't sensitive enough because most people aren't in this crazy world. And I'm realizing more than ever that I think it's very important for HSPs to recognize themselves and to find their place in this world because the world needs us. This is a harsh, ugly world we're seeing right now in this current political landscape. And people like us are very needed. People like you are very needed. So we try to be normal though when we can't. We try to fit in, we try to mask, we do all these things. And finally I realized like the problem isn't that I'm too sensitive. The problem was that no one taught me how to support my nervous system. When I was a kid, my mom would let me get overly hungry and then I would have a meltdown and I would get in trouble for it. So moving on. So when HSPs are supported, we're often incredible problem solvers. We're artists, we're healers, we're intuitive, we have very strong emotional intelligence, we're creative, we think deeply, we really don't have any other way. You know, always been told, "You think too deeply, you're too deep, you're blah blah blah." I can't be any other way. I can't do small talk. I just can't do it. But if you want to tell me your deepest, darkest dreams and secrets and fears, I'm totally there for that. I just want to tell you, if this resonates with you, you are not alone. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing you need to do to change. Um, Learning how to support your nervous system will change everything for you. And I'm going to be sharing more about my life as an HSP, tools, that kind of languaging here. If you're an HSP, I just want you to know I see you, I love you, there is nothing wrong with you. And I hope that you will leave me a comment and let me know. I just like to hear like what you struggle with, what tools you use, what's helpful. Have you been supported or criticized for being an HSP over the years? And I'm here for you, so I got you. And I hope you are having a great day. Much love.